Crippy's got me pinned. So we've looked at mainly the guy has me pinned to the back. Okay, and then he's looking to hit his pass. So from here, usual story. I won the underhook. So I swing my hand under the armpit, dig it in, and my right hand finds my hip. I was looking for this wrist, okay? But sometimes he might hide it. So just go around this side, bro. For me to hit the sweep, we've always been hitting the sweep before we've done any of the triangles and omoplatas. And for the sweep, I need the wrist control. So I can stuff this in and then kick him this way. But if he's hiding this wrist and his head is central and I haven't got that, I need another avenue to go down. But I can still get head and arm control. So I'm going to kick up with my legs. This is called the snap down. So my hand finds the back of his head, not his neck, because I have more control. I just snap it down. Fist comes under, paying particularly attention to where my left wrist goes, right in his jugular. I grip my fist, and then from here I'm going to finish with that arm and guillotine. Again, so I'm clamping this to my body, the leg comes over, I'm on my side, and I can hip in, or if he's his chin tucked and I didn't get the bite that I wanted, my foot just hooks in, and I'm going to hit the same sweep again. Because I've head control, just like last week, I will still get the sweep. But as I go to hit that darce, Crippy's smart, look, see the way he's straightened his back, and I can't make that connection to bring in my darce. So my hand that was trying to grip my left and my right hand, I'm going to push in his head, I'm going to step around, and this hand wins the underhook as it comes all the way under his neck. Grab my bicep, forearm goes in the back of his neck, right knee goes behind the back of his head, I church it but I don't step over, my shin just clamps his hip, and then from here my shoulder drives in behind his shoulder to get the no-gi Ezekiel. Again. So, same thing, I dig in, I try to win the wizard. From day one we've been looking wrist control, but if he's smart, he knows if I get this, I'm going to hit that butterfly guard sweep, the overhook sweep. On his head central, which means I can't get the arm and guillotine from here. So I have nothing here, I need to get up on my elbow, so I straighten my legs before this hand grabs the back of his head. Now I just turn my body, create space to snatch his head, and this bosh comes right inside for that arm and guillotine. Okay? So you need to be on my hip, not flat on my arse. So again, I'm bringing this elbow tight to my body, leg comes over the back, and then I engage my hips. The reason my leg comes over, because his escape is to hop to the other side. Yeah, I'm a deep shit. So you need to make sure I have this to stop him. So I'm here. When I'm in this position, let's just say I didn't get the bite on the neck I wanted to, I just hook it back in again. I have to move my hips a little bit, and I just hit the sweep again. But because I've had control, his right hand's not important. So I kick him all the way over, I'm hitting this darce, he's straightening. I think this is the best defense of the darce. Prevention rather than letting me get hand to hand. So I need another avenue to go down. So from here, the spin behind to the back, which we covered before, I push down on his head, my knee goes behind the back of his head, this hand's everything, it's winning the underhook. So he can't put his back on the mat. And from that position, it's coming all the way under. So I've got the sharp bit of his wrist and his right jugular. The no-gi variation is, I haven't got the material to grip, so I grab my bicep. So the left hand's blocking off one jugular, I make a frame with my forearm on the back of his neck, my shoulder pushes his shoulder in to close the triangle. So I'm here, I switch my base, see by my left hip, I slide this behind the back of his neck, shin comes in, and now I just push with my shoulder. So I'm moving my head this way. One more time. Same setup, he controls my hips, he's about to pass, I stick the whizzer on, find the hip, can't find the wrist. So we grab the back of the head, I just kick him up, this snatch downs everything. So I snap it, get arm and guillotine control. I can finish with the guillotine, or I can go to sweep. So when I sweep him over, let's just say from this position, as I'm going to spin to his back, Crippy's a monster and just gets to his knees again. He does. This arm that was behind his armpit will come in front, and I get hand to hand. I bring my elbow high, and then this leg comes over the back. So I have the high elbow guillotine, and then I just engage my hips. Just really dictates on what he does. We'll do that one more time. Or you can just do the spin behind. So I'm here, get the control, can't find the wrist, grab the back of the head, not the neck, because I have more control snatching the head. So I kick him up, create the space, snatch, get the grips, can hit the army guillotine from there. As I say, we go for the sweep. As I take them over, most times people will just, hit that again there, bro. The second I hit them down, people just get a rush of adrenaline, and as they come up, this hand comes through. See the way it was here? Comes through. And I've already got that grip, and I don't want him doing that Von Flew. So we make a frame, knee comes across, leg comes across, and then people think it's a flexibility thing to hit that. I just make a fist, and then I want a 90-degree bend, so I bring it into my hip, and I bring this forward. Okay, so let's drill that, guys.